He's hurt a lot of good people along the way. You know, his stealing people's videos and taking all the money from them, you know, and putting people's back to the wall, and these little backroom negotiations that he has for people's books and videos. It's just sick, you know. This is exactly what I'm against. And so it came down to that. It came down to some personal issues. I don't like to be told what to do, how to wear my hair, and, you know, what clothes to wear, and who are my friends. And so, you know, I'm just not into that. And so when you get to, it's like everything else. Let me tell you this real quick. It's like everything else I've ever found as a truth seeker. When I went to the churches and I got up to the ultimate pinnacle in the back room of the church, I found out they were saying, hey man, what do we got to say in order to get that new parking lot? How do we got to scare and I heard this for myself, you know. So everything I've ever done and I've ever searched for, I've found that this is the all-important thing. People are people wherever you go. So you get into a truth movement, you get into an activist movement, you get into revolution. Man, there are going to be people like landmines everywhere, ready to stab you in the back, ready to take what's yours, ready to, you know, step on you to get up that ladder. And I hate to demoralize people, really, by saying that, but that's the truth. And we got to be adults about this and wake up. So, what, you know, all I'm trying to do is I'm not part of any of that. You know, I got secular friends. I'm an old punk rock guy. You know, I'm just trying to sift through this media, make it somewhat palatable for people like me. I'm not trying to be Michael Jackson or anything like Alex Jones or somebody. I'm just trying to be like Mudhoney. I'm just trying to be like Sonic Youth. You know, I'm just trying to be like Big Black or Charles Bukowski, or, you know what I mean? And I have my own little niche, my own little corner, and that's all I do. And I don't begrudge anyone else their style or their information or what they do until they go out and they become a wrecker. I once heard Alex Jones make this speech called, you know, The Wrecker, and it was a great speech, you know, how these people would go out and wreck everything, and he really is that. He is exactly that. So anyone, and he's just one example. There's so many of them out there,
but he's the biggest game in town. I mean, he's
in this
top
little,
of the capstone.
in the one little conspiracy news corner. But there's a whole big world out there, folks. And look, they're going to take a look at a guy like that and immediately be repelled away from it. So don't stick to that. Don't get caught in that. David Icke once told me, and he wrote this in his book, Alice in Wonderland and the World Trade Center Disaster. It's the first 9/11 book out there that had investigative reporting in it, right? And he said, you know, this is the problem with patriots, is they'll go into a camp, they'll climb up a hill, and they'll stop at a camp, and they'll get all comfortable, and they'll sit and they'll fight for that camp. They won't walk a little farther to go see there's another camp, and there's another camp, and there's another camp. So you gotta stay on the journey here, folks. You have to, and you gotta be, you know, loyal to the people around you. And that's really what sunk me, man, is that I'm a loyal friend. I'm a loyal person, and when it comes down to my friends and it comes down to what I really believe in, I gotta not be a hypocrite. And even if that costs me money, it cost me my career, like 10 different careers, okay? I could tell you horror stories of my music career, my business career, you know, my college career. It always ended up costing me, but, you know, I just want to be somebody that didn't sell out. You know, that's the first rule of punk rock. I didn't want to sell out. I didn't want to be a hypocrite. So say what you want about me. I've tried as hard as I can, being human, to be that person, and I'm working more on it every day.
So, fuck InfoWars.